Yeah, so Gia, the Trump campaign is actually threatening a lawsuit after it received a bill from the Target Center for $530,000. Now, that would pay up front for security and other expenses during his rally tomorrow. Now, on Twitter, President Trump called Mayor Frey a lightweight and extortionist, saying Frey can't price out free speech. Frey says it's not extortion to expect somebody to pay their bills. Now, Republicans say this $500,000 bill is much higher than when President Obama visited the Target Center 10 years ago for $20,000. But Frey says security concerns have changed since then, and that's not the only difference.
President Barack Obama was coming here on behalf of the office of President of the United States, not as a campaign event. He was coming here to champion a specific policy, and in that case, it was health care.
Now, here's the breakdown of that bill for $530,000. The mayor says it would cost $400,000 for police staffing and overtime, and another $130,000 for barricades, street closures, and other expenses. Now, Mayor Frey says his position on this bill has not changed. In fact, he's going to be talking with the city council about other options he may have moving forward. Now, despite all of this, like we said, the rally is still happening tomorrow, and we need to be clear about something. There are no federal rules that require the Trump campaign to pay back these cities in these situations. Back to you.